Hello everyone, my name is Madison and welcome back to Hopp'in Help, and today is the last day of 2020. And I know you're gonna hear everybody talking about it, including me a little bit, about how awful 2020 was, but don't think just everything's gonna be sunshine and rainbows, because 2020 is over and we are stepping into 2021 tomorrow. Take time to focus on yourself, things that you did to yourself that weren't the best, to others, and our planet. Use it as a milestone to just change who you are for better, because it's not just gonna magically get better. There's a whole lot of things that happened in 2020 that are still gonna be on our backs in 2021. So I do this video each year, I do a little recap, and honestly, this is probably one of the biggest. I think that it is the biggest. 100% is the biggest. So much has happened in this year, so much good for Hopp'in Help, and just a lot has happened in the world. So I'm gonna start with the world before I go into Hopp'in Help. So I just want to say thank you to a whole ton of people. First, saying thank you to all the people who helped the ecosystems in Australia recover after the wildfires, especially the Irwin family, and to all those who donated to make their efforts possible. Thank you to all of the healthcare workers that worked tirelessly this entire year, sacrificing themselves, their time with their family, and their personal goals for us. Thank you to the scientists and medical field who have worked to formulate the vaccine and preventatives and research the inner workings of this virus, and who sadly in this world put their lives on the line looking for the truth. Thank you to those who have done their part in preventing the spread of COVID-19, reduced their single-use plastic consumption or any other eco-friendly change, and to those who supported small businesses around the world. Thank you to the essential workers that kept the world afloat, including my fellow pet store workers who had to deal with the same crap that the grocery store workers were dealing with and still are dealing with today. To all those who had to bear the yells of Karens, not understanding that we personally do not determine what the giant corporation Purina sends us. And especially thank you to all who picked kindness, who bettered themselves, their town, their country, or the world. Alright, I promise no more World League 2020 stuff. I'm sure we're all tired of it. But now to get into the new family members that we had join us this year. I actually have Spinach staring at me right now as I'm talking. She probably wants more crickets. So starting off in May, we had Pear and Chonk join the Hopp'in Help family. Pear was actually one of my ex-coworkers' animals. She adopted her and just wasn't able to properly take care of her, so I took her under my wing. And Pear definitely has her assortment of issues and health issues and etc., but I am so happy I have her because I can probably take care of her, get her all the vetting that she could possibly need, and she has the most beautiful personality. It truly blossomed this year, and I love seeing her grow. Now, Chonk. Bless his heart, love him to pieces, but I've got a bone to pick with him. Now, I work at a pet store because there's a lot of misinformation that goes on in pet stores, and I want to do my own personal part in changing that. But unfortunately, we are a corporate store and we cannot determine where we get our animals from, so we choose the better of the places that we can adopt from, but they're still not good. So avoid pet stores at all costs and get from ethical breeders. But we ordered a baby leopard gecko, and Chonk came in, a full-grown male, and I could tell right away he had anger issues. He was just very sporadic. So immediately I was like, I know what this is. He's a retired breeder, and they just pawned him off to whoever could get him. So I felt really bad for him, and we kind of formed a pretty mutual relationship. He didn't like to be held, but he would eat with me, and he wasn't like that with anybody else, so of course I couldn't just leave him there. So I brought him under my wing in May, and I'm very thankful I did. But he still definitely has these moments where he resorts back to how he had to react at the place that would breed with him, because I'm sure it was not good what they did to him. So every once in a while I'll do something that must remind him of what happened. Like, for example, if I put my arm over him, he freaks out. He doesn't like that. There's times where I might nudge his tail, freaks him out. But yeah, I thought we got to the point where I could take photos of him, and warning, there's going to be blood on the screen in a second. Yeah, he's not ready for photo shoots, and he let me know. So I feel really bad about it because it's clearly my fault. It's never ever the animal's fault when they bite you. I must have done something that I didn't see the warning signs that he was feeling uncomfortable. I was taking pictures of him in Christmas bows, and yeah, not the thing. So I love him. He gave me a real nice gnarly scar, so yeah, I still love him though, and I'm very thankful that I have him, and I'm very thankful that I adopted him and not somebody who, you know, this might be their first reptile, etc. And then in June, I rescued Vidalia, the leopard gecko, and she was my TikTok star. She was the top of the leopard gecko hashtag forever. I think we're at like 3.3 million views, absolutely insane. But I love Vidalia. She was named after Vidalia Sweet Onions because she came with layers. She had about 3 layers of stuck shed. It was really awful. I have a video on her full recovery process if you'd like to check it out, but I am so happy to have Vidalia. She is just the sweetest thing, and I can't even imagine what her life was like before she came to me, and she's so happy now, and it just makes me so happy seeing how good she is. So she's watching me as well. I'm in the frog room. I'm gonna keep saying like, oh, I'm being watched, but they're always watching me. Like Spinach is literally eyeing me down. But yeah, I love Vidalia. I'm so happy to have her, and if you want to see her full recovery video, please go check it out. And then in October, I adopted Spinach the chameleon. So Spinach was another failed me just taking care of them at the pet store and not adopting them. But it is very, very, very rare to find a veiled chameleon who likes human presence in general. And Spinach was always just clinging to me at the store, and she'd eat with me and she'd sit on my shoulder, and then I adopted her. But I don't want to make it seem like I just adopt animals just because. There's a lot of thought process that goes into it. It's just my heart tends to lean towards adopting them and finding every possible way to adopt them. But for example, with Spinach, she's a veiled chameleon, very fragile, very difficult to care for. And they require a high level of dedication to taking care of them. And I am going to be moving to Florida to attend University of Central Florida next year. So I had to have a plan for her because I will be in an apartment, but a college apartment isn't the best place for a chameleon. So before I adopted her, I spoke to my mom and I was like, do you want to have her once I'm in college? Do you want to have her as your own? So we went through this whole thing. I taught her how to care for them, and then she decided that yes, she wants to have this chameleon after I go to college. So a lot of thought process behind every single animal that's with me. I ensure that I can keep them their entire lifetime, whether it's me or my mom. My mom has like a Russian tortoise and stuff. She's also very into the reptiles and amphibians, so I don't want to sound like I'm careless. I'm very much not, and you can't be when you're with animals. It's just not how it works. So I will not have Spinach next year. Of course, you guys are still going to see videos and everything of her, but a whole lot is going to change in July of 2021 here at Hopp'in. And again, after Chunk, I said I wasn't going to adopt anymore. We already have Vidalia, Spinach, so, I already have this big white street frog tank with only 2 of them in there, so what's the 3rd one gonna do? So yeah, in December I adopted Penny, who is a little tiny white street frog, and she is doing wonderful. I just adopted her just because she was adorable. And I'm honestly really glad I did. I didn't have any, she wasn't a rescue or anything, but I'm super glad I did adopt her because her and Pear immediately just have this wonderful bond, and it really made Pear blossom. Zip is just like a big guy in the tank, and I don't know, it's not like they don't like each other, but they just never really, hung out together. But Pear and Penny are just best friends. It's absolutely adorable, so I love having them. I love Penny, and yeah, that is all of the animals that I adopted in 2020. So then, the biggest thing of 2020 for Hopp'in Health was TikTok. So fun fact, in 2019, when I went to VidCon, I met Avani, and I didn't know what TikTok was. So I was just walking honestly into the venue, and there's like a few people around this one girl with a creator badge. I also had a creator badge. So I just was talking to her, and she's like, yeah, I do these TikToks, this makeup and stuff like that. I was like, wow, that's, really, really cool. And I told her what I do, and she's like, wow, your videos are so amazing, you're so professional, you're gonna be big. Fast forward, she's got 32 million followers on TikTok, I didn't even know what it was. So in, what would it be, June 2019, I didn't know what TikTok was. But fast forward to January 20th of 2020, I posted my very first video on my TikTok. I got it a while ago. I got it basically after VidCon to try and figure out what it was, but I didn't think I was gonna put Hopp'in Help on TikTok, but I am so glad I did, because by June of 2020, we had over 100,000 followers and 3 million likes. What? Are you kidding me? I've been on YouTube for 4 or 5 years now, and very grateful for all of you. I'd rather have a small community of amazing people than a big community of people who hate me, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, I've literally taken classes on the YouTube algorithm, figured out how to like make videos better, tons of hours spent on this video editor's process stuff, and then I post some funny videos of my frogs eating. Boom, 100,000 followers. Love the internet. But oh my goodness, has TikTok just brought so many people to Hopp'in Help. And if you came from TikTok here, welcome. Thank you so much for coming onto YouTube. I feel like I make much better videos on YouTube than TikTok, but if you like the goofy videos, of course, you know, stick around on TikTok. But we now have over 157,000 followers and 6 million likes. We literally hit that yesterday, so thank you guys. That's absolutely insane. Like, my brain cannot handle how many people have hit that little heart on my videos, but thank you so much. So our most viewed video was the video of Vidalia. It was her initial rescue video, and it got over 3 million views and 1.1 million likes, which is crazy. I'm gonna keep saying that, but it is. And it was the reigning video on the hashtag leopard gecko, which is really big for a very long time. It's still up there. It's not the #1 anymore, but I remember typing in leopard gecko when I was at work to show my coworkers the video from Neko Gecko, and I was like, oh my god, that's me. It's the #1 one. You look up leopard gecko and it's my video as the top one, which is just crazy. Saying it again. And then 2 more internet stars were born, Bubba and Fifi. I guess people just really love when they bite at the camera, because I think there's 2 or 3 videos now, over 1 million views of them literally just biting at the camera. And probably one of the most amazing things to come out of TikTok is all of the amazing people I've met, in particular Tay, also known as Mother of Frogs on Instagram and TikTok. She has introduced me to so many other people, including Neko Gecko. I love you guys. You're literally the sweetest people on the planet. I've never really had this like group of fellow creators and influencers in the herptile community to talk to, but I'm so glad I found you guys, and I'm so thankful that it was TikTok that brought us together. And that's funny because I'm sure that's the group chat texting me right now on my phone. But seriously, TikTok has 100% given all of my platforms such a boost and encouraged me to continue what I was doing and encourage my path in life. Like I mentioned, I was recently accepted into University of Central Florida, which has been my dream college since I was like 10 years old. So very happy about that. Cannot simply express how excited I am to be a knight in fall of 2021. I will be going to double major in herpetology and undergraduate veterinary medicine, exotic veterinary medicine. So the goal is to become an exotic vet specializing in herptiles, and I kind of want to lean towards the route. I have 2 paths. Either I'd want to open my own exotic vet, obviously much later on in life, and have it be Hopp'in Help, or I want to focus more on the research side and make a line of Hopp'in Help herptile products, along with improving the equipment that people use in surgeries and etc. in exotic vets. Because, I mean, I haven't studied it yet, I haven't been in person yet, but there's just so many things that are missing, so many loopholes and everything that just don't make sense when I go to the vet with my animals. And, you know, I've always had this idea in my head that if you want something done, do it yourself. That has been the driving force in my life. If I want something done, I'm just gonna do it myself if it's possible. And anything is possible if your heart is behind it. So that's what sparked Hopp'in Help. I just saw that there was so many care sheets that were incorrect, so I made my own website with care sheets on them on the species that I've taken care of personally. At my pet store, I noticed that there was just misinformation going out, so I started working there, and I became the head of animal care, and I improved the animals' lives at our store and in our entire district. A lot of sick animals come into our store, so I can take care of them, and I help my staff become more educated on the different types of reptiles and amphibians. And so if you want something done, do it yourself. I guarantee if your heart is truly behind it, you can do it yourself. Like, For example, I would love to cosplay as Elsa. This is so random. I would love to, but I cannot sew like that. I can't do it. So there's a difference between wanting something and wanting to change something. If you know what I mean? Like, my heart and my passion and my life is driven behind helping exotic animals and exotic pet owners, not, you know, just cosplay. So that is something that, as I said earlier, that 2020 has been real crappy. I know a lot of people have had huge changes in their lives, losing a job, losing a loved one, just your path being changed because of events going on right now. I 100% understand, but you need to look at yourself and think, do I want this to just, you know, be cool? Or do I want to change something? Do I want to make something better? Do I want to make myself better? My friends, my family, my community? Just something. So I don't know how we got so off topic, but we did. So bringing it back to when I'm going to be moving to Orlando, my babies are going to be coming with me, and Hopp'in Help's headquarters are going to change, and we'll be in Orlando. I'm only not going to have Spinach with me, and right now my mom really wants to keep my Southern Toad dump truck. I do not know exactly why, because it's kind of funny. He was a rescue from Orlando. I found him stuck in a pool drain. He was all messed up, but now he's all, of course, safe and healthy and fat. But I don't know why she wants him so bad. I love dump truck with all my heart, but if she would like to include a toad in her little collection of reptiles and amphibians, I mean, why not? But yes, everybody else is going to be coming with me. Firebellies, Jada the Chuckwalla, all the geckos, everybody's coming with me. They're my number one priority. I would literally take a gap year or just not even go to college if that means that I couldn't have my animals, if you know what I mean. They're my babies, literally, like my children. So yes, my babies will be with me. It just probably won't be this lavish. I probably won't have all this amazing setup because I am going to be in a little condensed apartment with them. But I just have so many exciting things coming in 2021, like starting my adult life, you know, moving to Florida. I really, 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 really hate the snow of Ohio and the cold. I just can't do it. I know I'm going to crazy town Florida, but I love Orlando, and I love how many exotic veterinarians there are there, and it's just my place. It is. I can't wait to live there. I can't wait to have a house, which is so in the future, but I still can't wait to have it because I can't wait to have a Florida garden. Like, just the idea of having a garden year-round, oh my god, would love that. But something that definitely terrifies me, like, I've always been a very open person to just new things, and of course I'll miss my friends and my family in Ohio, but I'll come visit them. But I'm so sad that I can't just pick the frog garden up and bring it with me. I love the frog garden. It's been my project since 2011. I actually just made a page on my website about all of the research and data I've done on the American toads in there and how I've helped the population in my hometown. And if you want to go check that out, I'll link it down below. But like, I can't understand that, you know, not this spring, but next, 2022, I'm not going to be able to see them come up from the ground, you know, and them mating and everything. My family's still going to be living in this home, and I hope that they stay here forever because I don't want that pond to go away, that garden. It's such a hot spot and beautiful place for American toads to mate and just thrive. So I'm gonna miss that. That's my number one thing that I'm so worried about because, you know, Hazel was born there and he's just, I've seen him every single year, and I can bring all these babies with me because they're my little captive babies, but, you know, my wild American toads, they're just doing their thing, and it makes me really sad. So trust me, you're going to see a lot of frog garden content this year because I'm going to be soaking up every single bit of it while I'm still here. But altogether, I just want to say thank you to you. Thank you for supporting my channel, thank you for supporting me on my other platforms, and just thank you for letting me give advice to you if you needed help with your reptile or amphibian. It truly makes my day, and it's my passion in life. It is to help people and to help their animals, and thank you. I wouldn't be able to do it without you guys. I wouldn't be able to do it if it wasn't for you guys supporting my channel and getting my name out there so people who need help can find me. So thank you so incredibly much, and thank God 2020 is over. So please, if you're not subscribed, I'd think about it. I've got so many amazing things to look forward to and just so many changes, so many good changes. So thank you guys so incredibly much for watching. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. Leave a like and subscribe for more, and have a happy day. Goodbye.